Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United. JP, how we
Yeah,
doing,
brother, good
sir?
night.
How we doing? How we
Uh,
doing?
there, man, there. There. I ain't as upset as I would usually be when we lose that game.
Nice, nice. And to all those who join in, we appreciate it because we know when we don't have the favorable results, it is be tough to get viewers now. So for
Yeah,
those who on the inside, we appreciate it. Don't forget to like and share. Right? It might have some people who want to tune into the content regardless as to the result. But JP, before we get in, to the football, I think it will be, a good thing for us to just take some time to really extend, our condolences here at All in All United to um,
definitely.
the royal family, on the
Yeah,
passing of Elizabeth. I think she was queen for 70 years.
yeah, yeah,
So I guess we could imagine that now that she has passed on, there'll be a lot of historic changes,
hmm
taking place at the helm. I mean, I think I read where Prince Charles is in line to become
yeah.
the new King of England,
He'll be the new king.
right? And I mean, that's something kind of weird because I mean, none of us would have been around.
All we know is Queen. Yeah,
Exactly. So
yeah.
when I think when the last king of England was around, we were not
Even our
thoughts,
thoughts. Yeah,
you know. But
yeah,
anyway, with and I guess with all that happening, from my understanding, now it's unconfirmed,
hmm
right? But I think the UK will be going into a period of mourning,
Morning,
out of
yes.
respect,
Yeah, they will
for
suspend games and all these
yeah.
things. Yeah,
So I guess our weekend, you know,
it free up.
yeah,
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 you know. But I guess maybe it's a good thing for us, right? Because Ten Hag will have, a weekend change to drill these buggers now,
yeah.
you know.
And who deserve a rest will get a little bit of a rest too.
Yeah. Especially Mr. Ericsson because like I
Yeah,
feel like Ten Hag
yeah.
trying to test this man pacemaker,
I don't know why. Yeah,
you know. Anyway, so JP, so onto the main business, right? Europa League comes back to Old Trafford, right? And I guess we didn't get the start that we were anticipating, especially, considering our form, 4 games on the bounce, we won. And Real Sociedad came to the Theatre of Dreams and met a very slow, boring, predictable Manchester United.
yeah.
And I really I took some time trying to understand what was the what was the reason for this big change, right? But before we get into the discussion, let me just talk to some of those in the comment section, right? So
Yeah.
Dion on the inside, good night, Dion. Thanks for joining. Kristen on the inside as well, thanks for joining, buddy. He's saying let them fellas reflect on all that ish they played today, especially Fred and Casemiro.
Yeah.
Two of them alone, by. Everson on the inside, thanks man. Good night, thanks for joining, buddy. Saying VAR worse than the referee, boy. Here now,
Definitely.
we'll get to that.
Definitely.
We'll get to
Yeah.
that. Arun on the inside, good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, man. Simeon saying them fellas was morning. It had to be.
It better be that.
Davindra, good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, man. So JP, here how we want to start this off, right?
hmm
Because what, how to put it, boy? Why did we see such a drop off, right? In terms of the performance, in terms of the quality. I mean, we're not talking about, and when I say drop off, we're not talking about, going from a Luka Modric quality a player to a Ross Barkley. We're
Right.
talking about going from Anthony Santos, Rashford, and Sancho to Ronaldo the GOAT,
hmm
Anthony, and Ilanga. We're
And
talking about
Ilanga.
going from, yeah, we're talking about going from McTominay to Casemiro. As where does
Which
that may
should
sound?
be which should be our upgrade, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in terms of when you compare, who were playing and who featured today, there was no real drop off in terms of quality. If you understand what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
So why was there such a drop off in quality today? What do you think?
I think it really has to be that the reason we were seeing Ten Hag sticking so strong to the team the last 4 games is because these are the players that really showing that they understand what he wants from them. So today you see some of the French players, and Casemiro won't go too hard on him because the length of time he spent at Real is a whole adjustment for him. It's a huge adjustment because even with Anthony, I saw it today where he wasn't really in the game. But I would say for the other fellas, like uh, Fred was real disappointing today, real disappointing. Um, it shows that we have to do more recruitment in terms of adding depth to the squad because we can't run players like Ericsson to the ground. He saw the difference in the team when he came at halftime. That was a major difference
Correct.
for me, I would say, at halftime. But we can't
Correct.
play Ericsson for 50 something games in a season. And I really thought that this is where we might have seen Iqbal come in the team. I think if I have to think of any of our midfielders, the only one I could say would be a good person to deputize for him is Iqbal.
Correct. Correct. Um, and I had to agree with you because my first reaction, because I don't know how much of a concern or issue the fact that Ericsson playing with a pacemaker is,
Peacemaker, yeah,
right? But to see how much games this man play since the season starts, especially considering the style of football
yeah.
that Ten Hag requiring, it's a
And knowing
plenty
the
running.
distance he covering more than
Exactly.
anybody.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
when I saw that starting lineup, I see Ericsson start. I say, like, Ten Hag want to
He's
kill this
wicked.
man.
Yeah. I was like, I saw that. I was like, Tanad wicked boy.
However, when we see how much the team changed in terms
When
of
he
how
came
we
off.
control the football,
Yeah.
when he came off,
It was
it's something
understood
that
why.
it's something that
Yeah.
Ten Hag seeing
Yeah.
that he don't have a backup. He don't have a backup to the Ericsson type player, and I guess this is why he was so keen to go after, Frankie De Jong, over the
Yeah.
transfer window.
Yeah.
So as you say, my only hope is that he work on the likes of Iqbal because Iqbal had that same kind of skill set and ability,
Yeah.
to dictate the football from in the middle of the pitch. And hope that we could get Ericsson a break because Bruno is not that kind of player because you see when Bruno
Nope.
came on, he was getting something different.
Yeah. Bruno more need
So
Ericsson in the team
yeah.
to get the best out
Today,
of him.
correct. Today showed me how important Ericsson is than anybody else in this squad right now.
Exactly. I keep saying it. I think that's the best piece of business we do over the window. And that was free.
Yeah, boy. Natty Junior on the inside. Thanks for joining, buddy. Saying good night. Ronaldo wasted from our side.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Boy,
man.
we'll get to Ronaldo. You'll get to Ronaldo. Everyone's saying here, drop off in quality or drop off in finishing. Ronaldo. All of the
It's
above.
both. Yeah.
Yeah. Christian saying here, I think our squad are real weak in terms of physicality. Not defense, but in mid and attack. We lose the ball too easily. Like anytime we come up against a physical side, we just struggle. But Christian, Sociedad was physical. You can say it
No,
was
they're not
physical.
physical. Nah. They were closing down. They were closing down the middle of the park. But I went to the physical.
Yeah, yeah. And we are one of the we have a decent Casemiro in the middle of the park. He real
And
physical. So
we ain't seen it yet, but yeah.
yeah. Simeon saying here, this loss is a warning. All them cups, Ten Hag realize he has little depth to play with. And this is what myself and JP was now talking about here, right? What is the lack in depth, right? Because I, you're talking about Ronaldo, Anthony play today, Casemiro play, Maguire, Lindelof. So if with this group of players we still can't show up and put out a performance worthy of commendation, then is you really lacking depth,
Or is it lacking quality? Any
but
depth?
really quality. Well,
Well,
be-
the players not showing equality because I really thought it was a strong enough team. When I saw it, it's like no disrespect to Sociedad, but based on form and based on who starts in the game, it should have been enough to put the game to bed. At
correct.
home, I didn't see. I mean, we lose the game in a real unjust way, and of course we will get to that. But at the same time, we didn't put away our chances. The little
Exactly.
domination that we had in the game early on, we didn't take advantage of it. And I don't know if it is coming down to Ronaldo's age or if it's his head not in the team. I don't know what it is, but he was just off it. He was
It
like,
was bad, eh?
my heart hurt. Me seeing somebody, like, when I see he had like good distance on the defender and he couldn't even get in a shot rim. I was like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
Ronaldo?
yeah,
But
boy.
just last season, he had a little burst of pace still and was getting past men. So it can't be no preseason causing this still.
But you think it's confident because confidence is a big
It
factor
could
when
be
you see
that
it
too,
in your
yeah.
head.
It could be that too. But he's a man always found a way to get it back. Like yeah. I never forget that Portsmouth game in his early tenure with us when he scored a free kick against them. He was
Yeah,
having a frustrating time in that game. And he
yeah,
screamed out when he scored a goal because he was just frustrated and he was glad to get the goal. He
yeah.
always had the ability in him to find it. So I don't know what it is going on with him. I still honestly believe, I know I told you about the personal thing going on with him. I still feel that have a little something to do with what going on with Ronaldo. It may not be the full reason, but I feel that that personal issue that he dealing with at home, something to do with that because I look at his social media too and I find he's seen a lot less of his family on it.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah,
he trying
yeah.
to keep a little more private because of what happened in home there too. I don't know. I just
Right,
making assumptions based on how he appearing to the public these days.
right, right, right. I mean, I know some players when they're in the head, and because I remember last season, Ronaldo's debut, his return, he scored,
Hmm.
and that for attacking players, especially strikers, that first goal just be so important to kind of ease ease them,
Yeah,
calm them, to get them focused on other aspects of the game, just to break that duck now. And
right.
you're seeing how hard he actually trying
He's
to
trying.
get
Yeah,
that first goal.
yeah. He trying. You're seeing it.
Yeah, and it just not happening for him now. So I don't know if it's because he just in his head and he just trying too hard to score that goal. Because look, for instance, this part of playing the game, JP, where he run through, he was ahead of the two defenders, and we know Ronaldo have you left and he have you right, but
He
he tried to
tried to
cut
cut it on
back.
the right. Yeah, I didn't understand that. Was like how you had all that distance and didn't shoot.
With your left foot too,
Yeah, yeah. He didn't have a preferred foot really. Ronaldo hitting it with anyone.
So I mean, I really don't know what's going on with Ronaldo, but I don't think, if you consider where Ten Hag want to go with the team right now, I don't see, Ten Hag playing him into form, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So I mean, he had the mentality, or else he would not be who he is. So
Right.
he had to
He
find
had
a
to dig
way.
and find it. He have to.
Yeah,
Sooner or
yeah,
later, especially for our sake as a team.
exactly.
We
Because
need
we're
him.
real thin and short up
Yeah.
top, eh?
Yeah, we need him.
Simeon saying here, men packed Marcel bag last year. Now we shining the M signal. And we talking about he coming. I watch me. All you hear what good on, right? This whole, I mean, don't get us say wrong, right? But this whole postponement, at football this week kind of working in Marcel's favor,
Right. Right.
you know.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, I guess he may not be there for the Sheriff game on Thursday, but I know for sure he'll be there for the next game, which is against Leeds. I
Yeah.
think he should be back.
Yeah.
He should be back for Leeds. So yeah, we take it as
It,
it
it could
come,
work
man.
in that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Simeon also saying here, I admire the restraint, not to blame Maguire Juju. It's an interesting statistic, right? I don't know if I could find it, but what somebody was saying is we have 0% win, a 0% win rate in the games that Maguire and Ronaldo start this season.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Because you realize when we start to win is when they were out of the team, eh?
They were out of the team, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, Ronaldo can take it today, but surprisingly, I can't come and say nothing about Maguire today.
Yeah. Maguire, he was
wasn't bad enough.
Yeah. He was okay.
Yeah.
But not really worth any mention. If
nothing to say. Well, Varane had a fight to get back in that team, but Varane walking back in the next game comfortably.
With ease.
Yeah.
Hey Jody, thanks for joining, man. Blessed night to you. He's saying taking a little live while I'm driving. Yeah, just make sure and keep your eyes on the road, right? So as a touch on that, JP, right? You touch on if anybody who were not part of the team that were on the win streak. You think anybody take the chance, to give Ten Hag something to think about in terms of the throwing in anybody who in the starting 11, or even now before his first person off the bench might have been Ronaldo, but now it could be this person instead. You think anybody take the chance?
No, I think the only thing for me that I saw today was with Lindelof at right back. I think that show for me how far down the pecking order Wan-Bissaka is. Because you decided to put Lindelof there instead. I mean, I think the goal was not a good goal. He started to get a little pressure when he just went out there, but I guess it was a little readjustment in terms of positioning and things like that. But that's the only person I would say in the team who kind of probably make a case for some position as a right back, possibly. Other than that, everybody else who came in, Fred didn't do himself any favors at all. Casemiro showing that he still need time. I think today was the best game we saw from Ilanga so far. I think this was his best game so far. So he showed that he could be the first to come off the bench, I would say.
Right.
And he still need time. He need time still.
Yeah. Because
he was early in the game.
Yeah, and you know what's frustrating? Well, two things I'll say, right? Lindelof, you make a good point about Lindelof. The fact that he entrusted Lindelof instead of bringing on, a more, what you call natural right back.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't know if anybody noticed that, after, the 70-something minute, Lindelof was on his knees.
Yeah.
He was hand on knees and he was blowing because he was toast.
He couldn't make and this guy had him
Kubo.
Yeah, boy. He had him.
Kubo had him. Hey. As it would relate to Anthony, right? I've been honest with you, right? Anthony was very, very underwhelming today.
He was.
Right?
He was.
Now, how to put it, boy? We don't have any players in this squad that, well, apart from any wingers, I'm going to put it like this, wingers, in this squad, apart from Rashford and Ilanga, who direct but have that kind of quality now, boy.
Yeah.
And I was expecting that from Anthony. I've been honest with you, that kind of X factor. When Anthony on the ball, he gonna he gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if it's instructions. I don't know if he's still trying to adapt and adjust to the team and the surroundings. But I'm not getting that vibes from him now.
No.
And that's I've been honest with you, JP, that's a little bit worrying for me. Because that is the kind of player I was hoping for to be coming off that side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I ain't getting that.
I hoping it's just a settling period that he taking because I really was looking at him today and I want him to get the ball. I want to see what he could do, what he going to do. And I don't know, it seemed that it's a predictable and they were reading him easily. So the left back went off that game with Anthony number.
Yeah, he was on top. He was on
Yeah,
top.
yeah,
So I mean, I really hoping, guys, that this was money well spent, right? I really hoping that it's just really an adjusting period that
yeah,
Anthony going
yeah.
through, because
I
I
giving
want
him
to see,
time.
yeah, but what I want to see, sometimes even though a player might take time to adjust and do what, you will see certain things about his game that you'll
Hmm.
say, oh yeah, he have this in his locker. I haven't seen Anthony, take on anybody. I haven't seen Anthony be direct,
Yeah,
from what I was more kind of expecting. And even if he was a cutting on his left side, he's still timid now, you know.
yeah, yeah.
We'll get him man
Yeah,
time. We'll get
and
him
I
man
really
time.
think he needs to develop that right footer because he's extremely left footed, boy.
Yeah, yeah. That predictable.
Yeah,
Simeon saying, how did Ganacho do? How where thought about Ganacho when he came on?
I mean, he always show positivity. Yeah? I think he was trying to make things happen going forward. He made some at least 2 or 3 good runs going forward, and he was there back helping out. He was tracking back to help in defense as well. So I would say he put in a good shift for the time that
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
on.
yeah. I thought
Yeah,
you got energy from him. You got
yeah,
that kind of will, and
yeah.
even when he was on the ball, I saw him wanting to do more or wanting to be more
Hmm.
direct and wanting to make something happen for himself than I saw from Anthony. You know?
Yeah, because he even took on a decent shot. I mean, it went over, but it wasn't a terrible shot. He had his space open up for him to take it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Devin just saying here, Ilanga had a okay game. Took on the right back and beat him. Final ball was lacking. And I mean, that is the story. Although that is the story
Yeah,
of Ilanga.
yeah, because
You
he gets
know?
in twice. He gets in the box twice, beating the right back, and as the final ball, it wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, team sheets, JP, anything that was unexpected in terms of the team sheets when the team sheets came out, anything that you didn't like, anything that you may have preferred to see when going into this game, that is.
Well, same as you with Ericsson. I think it was shocking. I was like, oh God, but you kill your man, give him a rest now. I think I honestly not underestimating Sociedad, but putting trust in Ekpal. I would have thrown him in from the start today and have Ericsson as the backup in case. That's to me that's what I wanted to see today. Give French players that chance, and I think you see it with Fred and Casemiro. You see how Ronaldo get to start today. Ilanga get back his start. Um, Maguire, Lindelof. I was actually surprised that we didn't get a full change in the back four and even the goalkeeper. I would not mind seeing Dubravka inside today too.
Yeah,
I would not
yeah,
mind seeing that at all. Even a Heaton, give another keeper a chance. But I wasn't too surprised that he still play with Dalo and Manasseh because the energy I get from them is what he really need in the team. The way I think for his wing backs, the position he want them to play and they doing what he wants. Like, I can't see Wan Bissaka falling in that team and doing what they're doing going forward.
correct, correct,
So
correct.
it's not so not seeing Wan Bissaka is not a big surprise. Sure, a little more so, but I wouldn't question that at all. Once Manasseh and Dalo could run, let them run. They're
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
they're energy.
and they did good. They did good today.
Yeah,
Eh? Yeah.
yeah, they were good.
Devin just saying here, Donny boy, what that
He
man
was
do?
on
I
the
think he
bench.
injured. Nah, I
Nah, I
think
think
Donny
he,
injured.
yeah, not even good.
Donny, Martial, Shaw, Tuanzebe, Williams, and of course Phil Jones.
Yeah,
Right? I think these are the
the
injured
injuries. Yeah,
the injuries that the team have right now.
Yeah.
right? So that is why Donny not there. And I'm sure if Donny was fit, he would have
He may
definitely
have
played that
started, I
part.
think. Yeah. And I think
Yeah,
he's
I
another
feel
player
so.
who we could probably look at molding in an Ericsson way.
Cause you have
Yeah,
that, eh?
because of his intelligence and the passing ability that he has. I think he's a player we could look to that as well.
Yeah, fully agreed with that. Fully agreed. Especially in this kind of game where when you're dropping deep, you have so much time on the ball, you have space, and you have, you could pick the pass, you see different from a Fred, you
Right.
know. Um, for me, I really, at some point, I don't know if, based on listening to Ten Hag's press conference, and I know sometimes they can't really take everything that they say as gospel in them pressers, because he
Yeah.
don't want to give away nothing.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to see Garnacho and Iqbal. Those are the two players that I wanted to see more than anybody else because these fellas, they have something that I know could benefit the team in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the feeling that you need to blood them in. Right? And I'm glad I saw even at least, Garnacho getting minutes today. I was a little disappointed that I didn't see anything from Iqbal.
Yeah.
But more than the 11 that started because I expected changes. I expected one Varane not to play. Because
Definitely.
we know his
We had to
situation. We
protect him,
can't, bubble wrap. We can't afford to mess with Varane. Martin was a little more durable. He could this fella pull up and he back in training the next day, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it was always Varane. I don't want to see Varane playing this game, right? I want to see Casemiro come in to get his first start to see how he go fare with, opponents that he might be more familiar with, right? And know Anthony need more minutes in his legs. So, I was more expecting that. And well, Ronaldo, from the time I see it had this post, I don't know if you saw it, GP, it had this post on Twitter, or sorry, Instagram, where Ronaldo mom say, what she post and say by something about Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
This woman never post nothing before about Manchester United, so I say, okay, Ronaldo starting.
He called and tell mommy.
He called and tell she's starting, so she gonna post something Manchester United. I say, what? Ronaldo starting? But alright.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was expected, especially when you want to rotate and you want to give him minutes because you want to get him up to speed now.
Right.
So I mean, the 11 for me, and I think as you say, JP, it was enough to beat Real Sociedad at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Right? Let me get into the game. Right, but before we do that, Simeon, at this point, I shouldn't be thinking of I think Pelestri injured too, Simeon. We spend money on all these wing players and low returns over the years. Yeah. I don't know what Oli and them was thinking now, but they were just hitting and hoping it'd stick. Right? They've been just saying here, anything ever come out of the CR exclusive interview? I don't know.
Should be next week or something?
It's next week.
Probably next week, yeah.
Yeah, somebody said he looking for he had two scripts, right? He had one script if he had left, and he had a next script if he stayed. Yeah, so I think he probably misplaced the one if he stayed, and so he probably looking for that one.
Yeah.
I always wanted to stay here. I love Manchester United.
Yeah, that's what we go and get.
Anyway, so JP, when the game had started, I thought, it appeared to me that Sociedad's intentions were pretty clear. We come here not to lose.
Yeah.
And if we could nick one, then praises, right? But they didn't play with any kind of, let's say, real attacking intent, right? Any real, like they were, after scoring this goal, because I thought for the first half, Maguire, Lindelof, and them and had it pretty easy.
Not much to do, yeah.
Correct, right? And it was on us now to get goals. And what I didn't, I was a little bit annoyed with was with the ease in which Sociedad was playing the ball out of the back.
Yeah.
It was almost as though the
No
goalkeeper,
press.
yeah, it's almost as though the goalkeeper was toying with Ronaldo. Come on,
Yeah.
press me now. Look at the ball,
Yeah.
come on, press me now. Ronaldo go
Yeah.
just run and then thing and whatever and whatever and whatever. You know, the press wasn't impressive, and if we do force the errors in up in higher spaces, then we have more ground to cover when we do gain possession to try to make things happen.
Yeah.
And I thought with the possession that we had, we were able to carve out a couple chances, but nothing really clear cut now. Right? And then the two errors that we were able to force, we didn't capitalize on it. And that was disappointing because I think the first half was the half when we could have gone in halftime like around 3-0 or 2-0 or something.
Yeah. I think so. We should have been at least 2 or 3 up.
So, I mean, I wasn't too impressed with, how predictable we were. I think you had mentioned it, JP, how when the ball went to Anthony, he always had to either go back or
Yeah.
go, across to he didn't take on anybody, and all these things I was watching and I was getting a little bit wary because I know you don't want to lose your first game. You don't want to
Right.
drop points in your first game. You want to put the pressure on everybody else. And put yourself in sort of the driver's seat. So you're going into the next game against Sheriff, not in a have to
Have to
win.
win. Yes.
Correct. What was your thoughts on the first? Anything in the first half?
I think yeah. Where the quality was lacking, I think is Fred being higher up the pitch. And I'm not. I can't be upset with Ten Hag for doing that. I've seen people saying it's on Ten Hag for playing Fred in that position, but Fred will have a game where Fred puts in some good balls. He puts in the work up top, and you will be like, yeah, there's the Brazilian Fred here. So you could understand a manager trusting him to play in that position, and then also you would think that being closest to Ronaldo, he will help with the press, and it wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. And as you said, the keeper was toying with Ronaldo. I mean, it caused him to kick out the ball twice when he went to the right side, but when he realized, again, good on the right, he just started to kick to the left. But it's
Correct.
almost like he was saying, well, yeah, come. It's like you're losing respect for Ronaldo. And I think that's a
Yeah, boy.
dangerous thing. That's a dangerous thing when people not fearing him like that anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like our attack is almost like only Ilanga was in tune with the game, but still wasn't providing that final ball when he gets in a good position to do so. Ericsson was running his show again from midfield, but he didn't have the quality of the next man. So Fred didn't have that. Like how he and Bruno getting this nice little link up now, and this is where you see the difference in like us and our Man City.
Yeah.
The Man City could change out the team, but again, the same quality coming into the game. So I think that's where we had a strength in our recruitment, where your team could change, but your style don't change. You could play the same game, no matter who out on the pitch. You might have a little
Yeah.
dip in the quality, but it will be the same intensity, the same kind of quality, the same kind of incisiveness. And I think that's what we were lacking. You were seeing Ericsson doing the bits, we don't have somebody else to take it forward from him.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and then with that now, you could tell that certain substitutions were kind of pending from even before kickoff.
Yeah,
You could have tell that, all right, so Ericsson go get 45, Bruno will get 45. Probably he'll bring on Martinez. You could have
yeah,
tell that these substitutions were more or less planned,
right.
right? But the substitutions came, and then the game changed because we
Hmm.
lost the control that Ericsson
In the
was
midfield. Yep,
offering.
yep,
Because Ericsson and Bruno is two totally different kind of players.
yeah.
And then you ask, is it that he was asking Fred to do what Ericsson was doing? Which is
That's to
even,
me like, it worse because
yeah,
so Fred and all could have come off halftime and I say throw in it Baliada. Sometimes you just have
This
to
it.
make those kind of bold decisions and be like, you know what, boy, go out there and show them because how old Iqbal is now? He old enough.
Yeah, you old enough, and
He
he
old enough.
proved and he good enough, so you're old enough.
Exactly, that's what Fergie always used to say. So you're looking at a Bellingham in Dortmund. These fellas get a chance. They get a chance. Like somebody see the quality in them, you put them in the team, you get them a chance. And I feel like it's time we start doing that with certain players in Iqbal and them. Like forget Fred and them. Fred not doing it anymore. Stop thinking, well, you know, he more experienced, he more senior. No training youths. Because
Yeah,
sometimes when they come out there with that naivety and playing, that's when they see the best in them, you know, because they're coming
correct.
out there to prove a point. Like, I want to be in this team.
Yeah, yeah, and you saw it with Garnacho today. You saw it because
Yeah, he showed
he looked
he
determined, you
he
know.
looked like he was just waiting for these minutes. You could
Yeah.
see that.
So let me deal with this how to put it, boy. And before I say that, right, let me put it like this. When you consider the game as a whole, probably we didn't deserve to win, right?
I would take
But I
a
don't think
draw.
but I don't think we deserve to lose, man.
No, I was taking a draw because we were wasteful. So I was like, you know what? We train away our own opportunities, but we're
Yeah.
not defending poorly. We're
Yeah.
not making mistakes. The here wasn't under threat.
Yeah.
Nobody make Maguire look stupid today. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was like we didn't deserve to lose the game. And in the way we lose the game too. In 2022, using
So
technology.
so this is what the I'm not gonna pull it up here, right? Let's try this. I can pull it up. Press now, huh? This is so what we're gonna take a look at here is
Mhm.
the law,
Right.
right? This is the law, right? So tell me if you're seeing anything here, JP.
Right. It
Right,
coming up. Yeah. Yeah.
nice. So this is what the law says. Except for the above offenses, it is not an offense if the ball touches a player's hand or arm directly from the player's own head or body, including the foot.
Mhm.
Directly from the head or body, including the foot of another player who is close. If the hand or arm is close to the body and does not make the body unnaturally bigger.
So two of them are playing here as far as I'm concerned. The first and the third.
Exactly. So I am asking myself if this is the law, right? And you have a whole heap of second opinion us in an
Yeah.
office who have the
Yeah.
benefit of slow motion and replay.
Hmm.
What I miss? Wait as I miss.
I was comfortable in the room when I see the replay. I was like, yeah, that can never be penalty. We moving on with the game. I was confident. It was like there's no way this ref going on call this. No way.
And
Everybody know that rule.
and this is what made it so surprising that I saw the referee listening in his ear and everybody went over to him. So I don't know if VAR want to play God and determine when and if and how and why, even though the law there and it have video evidence, they just trying to mess with games on their own. And I really don't understand how it is this call was allowed to go ahead. And I mean, when you listen to all the reports after, all the professionals talk after, um, they were appalled by
I
the
think
call
it's a
standing.
I think it's a disgrace at this level for that kind of call to be made because even if right, this is my take on it. Even if that ball didn't come off his leg, he was turning away. His arms were not in an unnatural position when he was turning away, and it's
Correct.
a shot that wasn't far away from him coming at speed. So what is a player to do in a situation like that? Even
Let
if
the goal score.
and this is taken away coming off his leg, eh? Even if it didn't come off his leg and hit him directly on the hand, turning away to block a shot that coming at speed
Yeah.
at close distance in a regular game, that and all would not be called as a penalty because of the proximity to the player, the speed of the shot, him turning away with his arms. It's not like if he was spread out, his arms were just a little off his body.
Correct.
So, and even if you want to say you didn't see the ball hit his leg, and I don't know how you didn't see that, then how you still make the call? I
And
don't
and and,
understand it.
and I mean, as you say, real time probably he didn't see the deflection from the foot to the hand, but VAR didn't even say, well, listen, go and watch it over on the monitor.
And you will see it. That's the thing. He didn't even go and
And
watch for himself.
yeah, so I am so concerned about VAR, and how they are going about you know officiating games, whether they're picking
Hmm.
and choosing, which law to apply when and how. That's concerning because it cost us a point today,
Yeah,
right? I'm
definitely.
not going to say that it cost us a win, but it
No.
cost us 3 points. It cost us a point today, and that for me is something that you had to frown upon. And I know, rival fans go watch and say, well, what goes around comes around, blah blah blah, whatever,
Yeah.
right? By the end of the day, we have the law to back us up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If we were to go back to even the Arsenal game, we were within the law to
Yes.
get our goal overturned.
Yes. Yeah. No
So
matter how you want to say it's soft with whatever, the fact is that it was a foul. Today it was not a penalty, and it was clear that it was not a penalty. And you know what will happen in a few days? You will hear to come out and say it was the wrong call as me. What are you gonna do about it?
exactly,
They're
it's
not
not like
gonna do anything about it because these things, the difference that this point could have made could be being top of the table or second of the table, which determine who you're playing in the next round. All
exactly.
these things are factors that you have to consider when you make these kind of decisions.
I mean, I know we kind of agree that probably we shouldn't even be talking about this, VAR call impacting the game like this. It could have just been a talking point if we power with chances, right?
Yeah,
But at the end of
yeah,
the day, it's concerning that VAR. I mean, this thing it was so blatant. It wasn't
I
nothing. It was not even marginal to say, well, hey, interpretation probably he see it different,
right.
black and white,
And it's how quickly they make the call too, right? So it's like
exactly.
it's they even look at the replay because they make the call quick.
I don't know. I don't know. That was disappointing. It was, and it caused us after that to have to push
Yeah,
forward more. We
yeah.
had to invest more going forward, and that's why we would have conceded so many more chances.
Mm-hmm.
To Sociedad, and Sociedad actually started to look a little bit threatening.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
before that,
It was no that as they grow in confidence, and I think it took something away from us too. Especially, I mean, Ten Hag, I suppose I was looking on the app before we started to see if they had any normally they would give his post match thoughts and things like that. But I didn't see anything like that come out
I
of
think
it because of what's going on
yeah, I think
otherwise.
they say out of respect for
Yeah,
the thing they
the
didn't want
pass
to
and
do
the queen.
any.
I figured it was
Yeah,
that because I see nothing and I hardly get notifications or anything from the app during
yeah.
the game and all.
So I don't know if probably during the course of the week, because I mean
Hmm.
I know nothing gonna really be happening on games front. I guess official notice will come out probably tomorrow or wherever.
Yeah, sure,
But
there.
I guess we go hear about his thoughts on this game the next
Mhm.
press conference, because I know the reporters go on to talk about this.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
and
go
you
forget.
saw when he was showing the official on the sidelines that are coming off his leg, he was showing them
Yeah,
it. But they
yeah,
went and
yeah.
looked at it themselves, and I think that is the hard part of the call is that the managers now had the benefit of the replay right in front of them. They
Correct.
analyzing everything right there, so it's too clear cut to say, all right, yeah, forget that we giving the call. Like if they go and see it, they seen it just as you seen it same time. And
Correct.
and it, I don't know. I think we need to get some kind of explanation as to. what led to the call, and some kind of action had to be taken against the referees in that game, because I think it was too blatant and terrible call for nothing to
Yeah,
come of it.
exactly. And some bodies, kind of lobbying for referees to have post match now,
Okay.
right? And I think what they want to trial it in some tournaments and stuff like that. So don't quote me, guys, but I think they want to trial it where after games, match officials now have to answer questions,
Oh,
right?
so account for the
So,
decisions.
to account for decisions and account for
Okay.
their performance now, because you as a match official you can't just walk in a room, change your clothes and go home and nobody know why you make that
Why you
call.
make that call? Yeah.
You understand? And whether you might be, because this particular referee, I mean, it had some pictures circulating that this particular referee, right, was kind of tied up in some little match fixing thing in Italy because he's an Italian
Oh,
referee.
okay.
So, I mean,
Right.
it's staying here, so I'm not paying nothing past here.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You understand? And especially when the call so blatant, what you want me to
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
So
And
just like
I
how,
think that's a good idea, because the stakes so high in these games. The kind of money that club stand to lose with poor officiating based on a result, the referees had to be held to a higher standard, because
exactly,
their decisions sway in games, especially
exactly.
VAR these days. VAR is swaying games.
And as I said, I remember back in the season when um after COVID, I think that was what 1920, Project Restart.
Yeah, that would have been 2021,
I
was
don't
it?
know, I
Yeah.
can't. But that's
Yeah.
when they was playing with no
No,
fans in the
no
stand,
fans in the, yeah. Yeah.
right? And I remember that season. That was the second half of the season. I think it's um Sheffield
Mhm.
play Aston Villa, and the ball actually went in the goal, and somebody kicked it out. And I can't remember exactly what had happened, but the fact that Sheffield United didn't win that game, or the fact that Aston Villa won that game, resulted in Sheffield getting relegated. I think it had if
I
that
have
game had
a
go,
little memory
yeah,
of what you're talking about there. Yeah.
right. So basically, if that game had gone the right way in terms of the officials making the correct decision and using VAR, then
Hmm.
I think the team that got relegated may not have gone down, and I think Aston Villa would have gone down instead. Something along that line,
Okay. Okay.
right? So, and I mean, when I check it, that would have cost the team that got relegated millions.
Millions, millions. And you see, the thing is, VAR was brought in to eliminate this. When you think about the offside goal with Drogba against us, you, when you hear about VAR, you think, all right, well, if you have VAR now, things like that wouldn't be allowed to happen again. But then they're still finding a way to misuse the technology,
Yeah, yeah,
because the
yeah,
technology put in some things as clear as day, and but oh, well, you're not seeing it, or they
yeah.
deciding to make some calls and deciding to not make some calls. The inconsistency in it mess it up even more.
Big time, big time. Um, We're struggling for some comments this evening by everybody, but I mean, we have some views, so people watching, so we're doing
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Eric on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He said, never thought I would ever say this, but we
Ooh.
missed
Yeah,
McTominay today.
boy.
Oh, God, boy. Here
Yeah,
now.
boy. I was thinking it, and I was thinking, watching the game, I was like, wait, boy, this is why McTominay is starting.
Good. And I didn't want to
And
say it, but no.
I couldn't believe I
Yeah.
was thinking it.
I was thinking it, but I refuse. Yeah, I refuse to say it.
Yeah,
I
boy.
was telling myself, okay, Casemiro go pick up, he go up he game, he go pick up, he just need
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah.
he go pick up. And
Yeah.
Casemiro just keep to on himself today.
Yeah,
So
boy. Yeah,
hey,
boy.
hey. Anyway, so JP, um what what you think, right? Ten Hag would have learned right, from his team today?
I hope he learns that Fred is not it. Fred too hot and cold. I hope he learned that because the time for inconsistency in performances that done. So the players who showing that, and I think Fred is the one that stood out for me today in terms of what he really do today, Fred. Yes, Ronaldo had a horrible game, but that is not the norm for Ronaldo. We had a 20 plus goal season from Ronaldo just a few months ago. Fred has been throwing up these inconsistent performances consistently. So he's consistently inconsistent. And the time for players like that done. So I want to see him take more chances on the other players we have.
The younger players.
Yeah, and this is why I was kind of with Ghana leaving. That was the problem I had because they're thinking they still have Fred there, still have although McTominay performing, they still have McTominay there. But I believe the Ghana move was personal, and he wanted kind of more guaranteed first team playing time.
I agree with that. I think
Yeah,
it's out too.
I think was that, and he couldn't get that guarantee with Ericsson and Casemiro and even McTominay and any team. So we have is Iqbal. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
Savage a
Savage
little
too.
less,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but more so Iqbal, I find, and even Donny, play Donny back to confidence if it's possible, because I still have it somewhere in me that I feel that Donny we could get the best of Donny
It's about
still.
playing the it's about playing the ball.
Yeah, it's a confidence thing with him too. He had a rough time since he came, and he just need to get back to wanting to play football and
Correct.
feeling confident in his system. And I think with time he could get back to that too. So my hope is that Ten Hag would learn more about the characters in his team. And I think this is what these kind of games are about, learning more about the characters in the team. I given it to Maguire and Loveday took their chance well enough today. Not enough to say that they deserve to be the main starters in the team, but enough to say, well, when we need them, we could still call on them. So that's something that he would have seen from them today. They didn't have any kind of ridiculous thing to say, what Maguire doing, but nothing like that today. He keep it simple, and that is something good. If you need him, you could call on him. But Fred, most of all, I would say, didn't do
It
himself
was
any favors
disappointing.
today.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
disappointing.
yeah. Even Casemiro, you could still make a case for him, but not Fred, boy. Fred is the one for me that is like whole game I'm thinking we're doing, and he's so how much time? Oh
Right true,
gosh,
boy.
boy.
Right true. I messaged Nico and I said, Nico, how much time this man gonna apologize today,
Eh?
boy?
That was getting me so vexed. Eh? Make the right
Shana.
choice. You're getting good, and
Yeah,
that's
boy.
where we were missing Bruno at that point in time. Make the right choice because Ericsson was giving him it, but you're not making the right choice.
Correct. Correct. Jody saying you're taking any life for us. Can't really comment. Of course, of course.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
excuse Jody.
yeah.
We're
So don't even
commenting and
please don't
driving.
even send these comments.
Unless you pull aside and you comment and then you start back, right? Yeah, man. But we appreciate it, Jody. For me, I don't know if he thinking now that I can make wholesale changes again, right? Because we saw it so many times under Ollie. From the time Ollie changed 11,
Yeah,
right? Without, just changing one or two players. He used to change. Anytime Ollie changed a full 11, we used to see poor performances. Poor,
yeah,
poor, poor performances. And I remember you had mentioned earlier that with City, Pep go make wholesale changes and you wouldn't see any
no
real
big difference.
drop.
No,
You understand? So I am wondering, because Ten Hag has to trust his squad, JP. He have
yeah.
to. It's
So
no
so
if
you
and but about that.
yeah. So you will have to make changes at some point. So it had to be maybe it's a chemistry thing. Because I think we remember where the team come from, Erin. Remember where this team come from. We just come off 4 games we won, but before that was Licks from
Yeah.
Brighton and,
Yeah,
and, and
shocking,
Brentford,
man.
right? And
And
even
even last
before that,
season,
last season, this team wasn't good. We weren't putting in good performances. It was like a bunch of fellas coming and meeting to sweat on the game day, who not playing together at all. That's how they used to look. Right? And that sweat team could run better than how they were
yeah,
looking.
real fit match mentality.
Yeah. So you gotta that's why I'm saying we gotta remember where we come from and we gotta look at where we're going. So he have to make these changes because the chemistry had to develop all around. So
Yeah,
at some point we had to be able to say, yeah, we make 5 changes to the team today, but we still see the same team playing.
correct.
As a team, we trying to build as a team. It's not about this man will come and do this man will come and do that. No. This team gonna come out and play. So if you change 5 men, it's a team coming out and playing the same performance, same intensity, same quality. So that's what we had to build towards. So you had to keep doing it
Yeah,
until they get it
yeah,
right.
yeah. And I'm glad you say that because it's something that even when you listen to Ten Hag talk in interviews, he just keep, even though the journalists will ask about a particular player, he will
Mm-hmm.
always say yes, but it was a team effort, or it was a team goal, or the team, and he's always tried to really re-emphasize and push team. Whereas
Yeah.
we used to always talk before about this team as a set of individuals on moments of brilliance. But he
Yes.
really trying to, reinforce the importance of team. And once you reinforce the importance of team, and they get that in them fellas' head, as you were saying, if I change one player, it's not going to change how the team plays. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So that's very very critical. And I mean, because I was kind of leading to say that there's the real chance that we could, be out of all these cup competitions pretty early if we continue to, switch out 11s.
Yeah.
But I mean, based on what you're saying there, how else you get them fellas up to level if you do
Yeah.
continue to and play them?
Yeah, they had to be able to afford him because at some point we had to consider injuries and all that too. If somebody get injured, somebody have to be able to come in and step up to it. If
Yeah,
Ericsson, knocking on wood, if Ericsson can't play a game, we had somebody who could come in and do what Ericsson could do, even if it's not to the same quality. But you have to have somebody there who could come and do it. So you had to have. I think Ericsson should have an understudy in the team right now, and I keep saying this, Iqbal is that person. He should be Ericsson understudy. So if Ericsson not playing, Iqbal, you in there. That is the
yeah,
sub.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I guess we more or less cover, today again a very disappointing performance, which led to an unfortunate result, and we know why the result
Yeah,
unfortunate because of a
terrible, terrible
poor,
call.
yeah,
Yeah,
poor refereeing decision, right? With all the technology,
yeah.
poor.
He wanted to be the starter there apparently.
But what we've seen, right, which would give us encouragement, is that after a loss, Ten Hag is the type to go back to the drawing board, or he'll go to the players and say, well, listen, X, Y, and Z. This is what we need to improve. This is the areas we need to improve. Because you all are
Hmm.
not bad players. You all are good players. Right? How much trophies we had in the starting 11 that went out there today. Right? How
Yeah.
much internationals was in the starting 11 that went out today.
Hmm.
Right? So it's not a matter of quality. Right? It's a matter of really making the right decisions, one. Right? And applying yourself properly, two. So I trust Ten Hag to get this thing right, and it's always good. I always say it's always good to get brought down to earth
Yeah.
earlier rather than later.
Yeah.
You understand? So now them fellas go, if it had any inch of thinking that the Europa League was some walkover league,
Hmm.
now they know that it is so.
Yeah.
Right
And
now, the
even
same.
if it's a bad call had to get there, you all know you gotta do what you're supposed to do. So that
Correct,
bad call will even matter.
correct. So I hope that we had to say a prayer for Sheriff next game.
Yeah.
That is how badly I want us to operate or to view that next game, as though we're going to play Liverpool or we're going to play City or we're going to play Arsenal. Because those are the games, you the city players get up for now.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not going to panic, and I'm in panic station. I'm disappointed with the result. But I just hope that our mentality as players change, toward this tournament and how they see it and how they approach games.
Yeah. And if we don't have any games this weekend, then it could give us the chance to really focus on preparing for that next game and putting in the work and knowing Sheriff is going to come and play. Sheriff, and Sheriff is that kind of team. They gave Real a fight last season.
And they beat them?
League. Yeah, they beat Real. Yeah, they beat Real. That's the fella from Trinidad was in that team.
Yeah. And there's a running team, eh? Them kind of team that's played without fear.
That's what I said. So they're going to come hard. So we had to be prepared for that.
Where that game playing? Old Trafford, or we playing?
I'm not too sure where that one playing. Let's see if I can pull it up fast.
Yeah, because if we play away, then that game will promise to be a very, very grueling one, because that's a running team, that's a running team.
That could work in our favor, like when we play Leeds and Leeds want to jump out itself, eh?
Yeah.
Especially if we are actually on top there with our pace.
Yeah, and as Ten Hag does always say, we have weapons, huh?
Yes.
We have weapons.
Yeah, it's like our away game. We play now.
Right.
And it's our earlier game tonight, it's 12:45. Yeah,
Jody saying it's our away game.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So, guys, it was nice. And Chef, no jumping.
Chef for independence. I see the video.
Don't worry, Chef will come on the show, man, and clear his name. You come and clear his name. But it's all it's all in the good banter, man. Yeah, so guys, it was nice. I mean, the show was nice. The result not so much.
Yeah.
But we have, based on what we hear, we have a week and change to prepare for Sheriff next Thursday, because we may not have any games this weekend, which is a little bit disappointing, but say what?
Yeah.
Right? And again, condolences to the royal family, and Chef saying here, he said, I had a moment. Yeah. Here now, some people will say when they reach in that zone, it's like your mind is just freezing them.
Yeah. I will hide from him, boy.
No. He could call me anyway. I running from that mic, boy.
Yeah.
I running from that mic, boy. Jody said here, I suspect Jody reach home. He's saying the Juju will work today. Yeah, Jody, go back and mix for everything now, boy, right? And tell me when Marcel coming back, right? Because we need that burger. That burger real crucial for you, yes?
Yeah.
Anyway, so JP, thanks again, buddy, for joining.
Anytime.
Yeah, and for those who viewed, those who commented, those who liked, those who shared, we appreciate it immensely. Continue to promote All in All United as we commit to get content, good Man United content out to you all. So we'll keep you all posted on what's going on with the weekend fixtures. Most likely it's off, but we'll see. All right. Last comment going to Jody. He's saying 3-1 next Thursday. A win for Manchester United. We taking that.
What are you clean sheet? 3-0.
Well, 3-0. Chef saying here, this little rest isn't a bad thing now. Yeah. We said that earlier.
Yeah,
we said that earlier. Yeah, them boy and them let Ten Hag drill them buggers on them this week.
Yeah.
Alright? No game to worry about, so it's enough hard work. Jody saying Marcel come back after the international break. You sure, boy?
So long?
That is what? Well, now that Crystal Palace go on, that is Thursday and then Sunday. Right, 2 more games. Alright, guys. So it was nice. Have a good one. See you all on the next one.